welcome back to the rest of the video. Good night from the Dusty Wheel. As you see around here, smash the block.
If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the rest of the video. Good night from the Dusty Wheel. As you see around here, smash the block.
If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back.
That was pretty good. Okay, now wait 20 seconds. We'll see if they heard it. Do you think they heard it?
I don't know if they heard
I
it.
don't know. I'm kind of really curious.
We're like
yeah.
far.
Ouch, no sound. Oh my. Wow. I hope someone recorded that.
Can you hear anything, chat?
Can you hear anything? Can you hear anything? Only hatch sound? Hold on. Give me a 1, 2, 3. Does anyone hear that? Sound now. Hold on.
They can hear you. They can't hear the great.
Okay, can you?
If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the rest of the video.
Let's see if they can hear you.
Can you hear me? I'm Anas.
Wait 20 seconds.
We can hear the speakers, but not the audience. Okay. But did you hear Sarah? Did you hear Sarah, everybody? Who cut? Okay.
You turned it off.
No, it's back.
It just takes 20 seconds. Okay, everybody. We can hear on us. We are hearing, they're hearing me.
I think they can hear everyone
We-
except the crowd,
Okay. So,
which is how I designed it. But
well,
that's fine.
I just want to point out it was.
Threw it up.
Oh wait, are they cheering ahead of us? Is that what's happening?
I think so.
Okay. We need a loud cheer, please. Okay, in 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
They say Sarah needs to be louder.
Okay, they're not playing. They're not playing. Apparently, we won. We won. Congratulations on the cheer off there. The crowd is rowdy, so they didn't hear that. Okay, they didn't hear Sarah.
Hello.
Yeah, they're trying Sarah here. No audience sound.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Did you hear Sarah, everyone? Did you mess with us? By the way, this is exactly what live streaming is. It's a 20-second delay of watching people react to things you did 20 seconds ago. It's amazing. Okay, so they're worried about hearing you. So we'll get out in the audience there. Sarah's quiet, like her mic is turned down. So,
Close.
so yeah, you might have to kind of just lean in really close and talk loud. Project Sarah there, maybe.
Testing 1, 2.
And is the mic maybe on? You want to check that on us? By the way, this is exciting. Are you guys so glad you came to this panel? Yeah. Okay, they heard her say hello. So you're going to have to probably project loud there. So we're going to work on some audio issues here. If you're watching us from home, thank you for being here. We know you can't hear the audience. I'm going to go out into the audience, and we're going to do that test now because we'll find out if that's going to work. So we having a good time? Okay, let me see here. Favorite 2 episode.
6.
6. Apparently, no one likes 6. That's fine. It's fine.
I'm just gonna fix it.
Favorite season 1 character.
Yeah.
Now, honest, I'm guessing I have to like pin this with this for them to hear us both, right?
You'll be fine. I think you're fine.
Okay. Well, we'll figure this. Can you tell us if they like? If anyone? Oh, Sula, how we doing with chat here? Were they hearing us from the audience? Well, what's good about this, everyone, is they were not focused on us. They were still focused on Brian, so maybe they heard things. That's good. Okay.
Getting audio off there just for your mic.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna try this again. Karen, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, favorite season 3 episode.
Season 3.
4.
There was a lot of love for 4 there. Hi, Kate. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You just thought you were standing over here. Gonna
No,
ask a question.
I'll just cry again. It's fine.
Okay.
It's take my one.
No, she knows I'm joking. Jen just went
Okay,
there.
Matt, hold on. We're gonna test Sarah and Brian now.
Okay.
We're not.
We're testing. We're doing something.
Didn't hear it.
Like
These mics are coming here.
oh, Nate's getting.
Oh, dear.
Birds. What mic for birds?
They kind of really.
Your mic is.
It's nipples. I'm not saying nipples. That's not what I said.
Oh, is Kevin here?
I said nibbles. Nibbles.
Did we hear?
Are we hearing Sarah there? Sulan, are they hearing Sarah?
Yeah, I'll talk to you. That's 1, 2. And we're talking about everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm your song.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Can people hear me in chat?
Sounds like you're speaking to Ray.
Yeah. Behind closed doors and security gets called.
So some towns said you go in and out because because you're too far.
Oh.
And then they said they can't hear Sarah. It sounds like her voice is coming through somebody else's.
Oh boy.
I love these. By the way, you guys didn't realize you were just doing an audio test tonight. That's all we're going to do. Okay, so while they're working on audio issues, I want to talk a little bit about one of the characters from season 3, Landfear. No, I'm just kidding.
This should be okay.
It was the Eelfin.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Who here enjoyed the Eelfin?
I can see it now. It should work now.
So I
Yeah.
want some options
Just
here
speak
for
into it.
favorite aspect of the Eelfin costume.
Testing 1 2 1
Okay, hold on 1 second. What was your name?
Christine.
Christine, your favorite aspect of the Eelfin costume? Go.
Her streaming mic.
Jacket.
This is
I like the jacket.
her streaming mic.
Who noticed, and don't lie, who noticed the faces and the noses and the ears on the jacket the first time you saw it?
No.
I know. When it was discovered, though, so gross. That was so cool. Okay, let's see. Let's go around. I apologize if you didn't realize this was like a roaming show today. Oh, yes. Here. Tell everyone your name.
Oh yeah, they said they can hear you now.
Lisa, your favorite aspect that is not the jacket from the Eelfin.
The boots, obviously.
Who like the boots? Who like the boots more than the jacket? Okay, jacket's winning. I mean,
Jacket's taken.
okay. I know. I'm not saying this. You should not take this personally.
The
It's just, yeah, the vertebrae. That was okay. Oh, can we anyone can close that door back there? Is that possible? Okay. Podcast is so noisy.
Hey, Matt,
Yes.
let's do another cool thing and test the mics again.
Okay. Who would like to test mics? Okay. I'm gonna test mine first. Can you all hear me in chat? Do you hear me in chat?
Can you hear me in chat?
Can you hear me in chat?
These are Sarah's mics. Can you hear me in chat?
Okay, everybody be quiet for 20 seconds. This is so exciting. This is amazing.
Over there.
They heard on us.
This mic says yes.
Yes.
Yes, Brian.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
We're good.
Wait, can they hear Sarah?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Thank you, Taylor.
Okay, let's end the live stream now. Okay. That was awesome. We did it. We're gonna do this tomorrow now. Okay. We're gonna move on to Lisa, to our Lisa's neighbor here right now. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Aya Sadai.
Aya Sadai. So I need another favorite aspect of the Eelfin costume. And it can be any aspect of the Eelfin.
Any?
Robert Strange in the costume.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. That was what I was gonna say.
Okay, Robert.
Robert Strange.
Okay, the actor who portrayed the Eelfin.
That's yes, that's right.
Okay, the actor or the jacket he was wearing? Jacket. The jacket's winning right now. Anyone believe that they have a piece of the costume that can take out the jacket?
The teeth.
Kevin's
The
right here,
teeth.
everybody. Okay, Kevin, let's hear it.
The sprouting hairs.
The sprouting hairs.
That's Kira Coveney agreeing with me.
Oh. I knew Kevin. Kevin, I can't even remember what your answer. What was your answer? The sprouting hairs.
Yeah.
Just like you mean his hairs.
They're sprouting,
Hey,
yeah.
when you say sprouting, they were not actively
They
sprouting.
might have been.
Okay. What else?
Is your hair actively sprouting right now?
I mean, it's a good point. Good point. Okay, the fur.
Huh?
Okay. Is the fur a better aspect of the costume than the jacket? Oh, hold on. What is this? Jacket. Sprouting fur.
But
Was that who won that, Sarah?
I mean, actually the fur did, but I think it was just to spite you.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, does anyone believe they have an aspect of the costume that can take out the sprouting fur? No one? Is the sprouting fur the winner?
The teeth.
How are we feeling? The teeth. Okay, how about the teeth and the, yeah, we'll say teeth and the nails. Fingernails.
Teen eyes, like the.
No. Should they have? Were they? What do you want to tell us, Sarah?
Where we landed on it. It's-
Oh, gotcha.
That was a. Yeah. Oh, there's your.
Would you like to tell us about any other Ilfin, perhaps? Okay, so the teeth. Who liked the teeth more than the sprouting fur? Sorry, spited. That was spite right there. So the sprouting fur won. How do we feel about that? We feeling good? Sprouting fur. Kevin, would you like to come up and get a brownie? Everyone, welcome Kevin up for a brownie. Oh, Lord.
I'll take the middle ground.
Oh, this is so silly. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. The Ilfin sprouting fur won.
Yeah, I was here for that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good because the sprouting fur, people talked about that a lot, about like what did you associate with the eelfin when you saw it? Tell me all of your 80s through today memories that you associated with the eelfin. Sonic is what's getting some answers out there. Sonic the Hedgehog, is that the best association? Brian, did you associate anything with the... I heard like Muppets.
Are you fishing for Pennywise the clown?
I'm not fishing for it. I mean, but he's down there, right? So, yes? Grem. Don't remember this show. Okay. Sarah?
I
Yeah.
will say that Robert sat there for like 8 or 9 hours getting each individual clump of hair laid on his skin and on his face, and so he was in the chair for a very, very, very long time to get that Sonic the Hedgehog looks that we're so proud of.
Nice. Thank you,
Yeah.
Robert, out there for
Strange. It's a
Robert.
perfect
Yeah.
name.
It is.
for a character.
Yeah, it's very cool. That's awesome. Sarah, how are you feeling? Season 3's over.
I mean, I'm feeling great. I realized that I actually didn't watch the finished production. Like,
Who wants to watch
released
episode
episodes.
8 with Sarah?
Yeah.
So, would you like to describe the summary of episode 8 for us? Go. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, the words that I could say is that maybe none of you will understand. Maybe some of you will from the Lanfear Moraine fight. It's like you are a mother. It's a mother holding the weight of the world, or the actual world, up to protect your child. And that is all I heard screamed from the director all day. And then garrot her all day.
Garrot her?
Garrot her, yeah. all day.
Garrot her.
Yeah, there are some other really great ones, but it's like you're holding the weight of the world as if you were a mother protecting her child from being crushed.
Were
or
they talking
something.
about Lanfear in this
They were
moment?
talking about Moraine and tension in her arms when she, when she's channeling. So like having tension. It was something new that I had never heard before, and coming out of nowhere. There were inappropriate times to have a giggle, and that was one of them.
Garrot her.
That was for Lanfear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I would have been screaming that.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Innkeeper, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Everyone, he got the audio working. Can we please give him a round?
The audience can be heard too now.
Oh, the audience can be heard? Mm-hmm. Should we go back out and do it again?
No, I mean I tried to fix it too. I fixed it too good.
You fixed it too good.
So they couldn't hear I was like, I need it to be like so perfect.
Okay.
So they couldn't hear the audience, and I'm like now took away all the things I fixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sulin, how's the chat doing?
I think they would appreciate everyone introducing themselves.
Oh, because
Oh.
we did that before we went live.
Okay, that's fine. What's your name, sir?
I'm nameless.
Nameless. Okay. Tell me when they get tired of this. What was your name?
Hey, I'm Madge.
Madge. Okay.
Angela.
Angela. Is everyone tracking names here? There's going to be a quiz. What do we got here?
Sally.
Sally.
Melissa KJ.
Melissa KJ. Where are you going? Good? Yeah.
I Lon We.
Everyone say it together. You held way too long. That's not, no one says it like that. Ilanwe, right? Like, that's right, yeah. I mean, if you guys knew how to say it, that'd be better, but here you go.
Sherbert Mango.
Sherbert Mango, everyone.
Tara.
Tara. It's a lot of people, dudes. Okay.
Gentle Giant.
Gentle Giant, everyone. Hello.
You smell delicious.
What is your name?
Oh, it is me.
Nargina, everyone. Nargina, can you stand up for the audience?
Oh, wow.
Nargina's here. No one told me Nargina was here.
I think the funniest part of Trailer Guide On
Yeah.
was Nargina showing up
Yeah.
and Matt, like in the moment, deciding, I think I'm actually gonna like pretend this is Nargina and a Trolloc, and how the Trolloc liked the trailer.
Yeah.
Like in the moment, I think you were like
I did.
this close to being like, so Penny, okay.
Yeah, but I didn't.
You did it.
And Nargina
That was
amazing.
impressive. That was impressive.
Who saw Nargina on our Trailer Guide On stream? Who believes Nargina was the best part of Trailer Guide On? You should eat some of these people. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Does chat want to know any more people, Sulin?
No, they wanted to know the panel.
Well, be more specific next time. That's all I'm saying. Sheesh. Wow.
It's a very broad,
Yeah.
broad request.
Yeah. That's fine. Innkeeper?
I think we can just do the intro again and be like, and
Who wants to do the intro again?
yeah, let's do the intro again.
Even if you said no, we were going to do it. So,
And then we can be like, and joining us today,
okay, yeah.
A normal intro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's start all over. Let's start all over.
All right.
This is awesome.
Do you want me to go to starting shortly?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
We're going to. This is because of you.
This
Chat.
is for chat, everybody.
And this is what we say to get everyone quiet. We are rolling.
Oh, I should do that. Rolling. All I hear is raha.
If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dust.
Hey, welcome back to the rest of the Good night from the Dusty Wheel. As you see around here, smash the block.
That was so good.
And joining us today.
Yeah, joining us today, we have two special guests and an innkeeper. Thank you, sir, for being here. But welcome, everyone, Brian the Gleeman. And Sarah Nakamura. TV show consultant, hardcore fan freak, story. What did you say this morning? Like story editor or something?
Story director.
Is it? I don't know if it's in the credits because I didn't look, but I think it's story director now, but I'm not sure.
Story director Sarah Nakamura.
They said perfect.
said it was
good.
perfect.
Did they say perfect?
Are you pulling? You're not pulling.
Well,
You're not
a couple
pulling.
things going on here. Well, let me throw it over to Brian. Brian, take over.
Okay, we're taking over. What are we taking over?
It's your show. Go.
It's my show. Okay. Sarah, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
So that I don't have to talk.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of season 4? Of season
No, season 4. Go.
And I'm out of here. No, I think my absolute favorite part, because I've been fighting for it for so long, is the hammer and the axe. And when that moment finally happened, I cried. But yeah, I've been waiting a long time to get a hammer and axe in Perrin's hands, and they, you know, if we get more seasons, they will be with him always. So.
Okay, how satisfying was the hammer and the axe in Perrin's hands? Okay. So you're going to ask that question? How satisfying was the hammer and axe? Let's go for it. We're going to poll. We told you we're going to rate everything, right?
Excellent.
Okay, well, what would you like to know, Sarah? Like Brian gave you kind of that question, like if you had a captive audience in front of you at a Wheel of Time convention that was solely here to just have stupid fun, what would you ask them to rate from season 3?
Sorry. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give Brian some time to think there. What am I pulling?
Was Perrin holding the hammer and axe like?
Oh,
was it
okay. Yeah, I got
satisfying?
it. Okay.
Was it
Okay.
satisfying?
Yeah.
Is this a yes or no poll?
I don't know. I'm not running the poll. I would run it differently, but yeah. So yeah, tell us what like.
Well, let's see. I guess from season 3, I have been curious to know, and I mentioned this in my earlier panel. I don't know how many of you were in there, but how people felt about us transplanting Matt's storyline, because I thought that there might be some feelings about that, and where Matt ended up going, because we're doing full spoilers, right?
Good question. That we haven't polled the audience. Please raise your hand if you've never read the books.
No, I mean full show spoilers. I won't go past.
No, but that's good to know. Like, so you've never read the books?
I'm down for spoilers.
Down for spoilers. Anyone else here not watched the full 3 seasons of the Wheel of Time TV show? Okay, full show, and it seems like one person hasn't. Who raised their hand? Do you mind? Are you planning on watching them? Okay. Okay.
Wonderful.
Apparently, we've manipulated them into believing it's okay that they have things spoiled. So go ahead.
Excellent.
Yes.
So yeah, that is something that I've been curious about since I did the breakdown to see if it would actually work and fit. And once I realized that I could. They're competing with us again, Matt. Competing with us.
Was that a compete? Did you feel like that was okay? We're gonna use the boo can kind of seem like when you boo, it feels negative. Don't feel that way. Just say boo really loud. Okay, ready? Because like boo, like you're scaring somebody. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah. I wonder if we scared them. Yes, we got it. Okay. Yeah. So you wanted to know like the Matt transplant,
Right.
how people felt about that. Well,
Yeah.
good thing I'm standing next to people.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
I am Maury.
Everyone, Maury. Okay, how did you feel about that? Like Matt's kind of arc being transplanted to Chanchico like that?
I think it worked out well. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think we got him where he needs to be by the end of the season.
Okay.
Maury, no feelings of rage or disappointment.
Do we have anyone that was like, is anyone here still sad that he wasn't in Ruidian? Yeah? A little sad back there? Yeah? A little sad? Kind of missed out on that? Okay. Yeah.
It's okay to be sad. We can still mourn in those moments.
Yeah. Yeah. Lisa, a little sad? Oh, hold on a second. 1 second. I'm coming over. Yes. Yes, all the 80s.
I like that there was the shout out to the Matt knife taking out of, like all his knives from everywhere.
Yeah.
But there was a moment of like, oh, I wish that had been Matt.
Yeah.
But I like that there was that shout out with Maureen.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Hold on a second. What's your name?
Heather.
Heather. Go ahead.
Okay.
So I was okay with the mat transplant. The only sadness was it's like an Odin thing that he hung from the live tree for 9 days.
Yeah.
So not having him hang from a Vendosora was slightly disappointing.
Yep.
Okay. Who felt that? Yeah, there seems some. 1 second. I'm coming. It's just I didn't want to stand back up. I didn't want to stand back up. That's fine. Everybody?
The Avendosora aside, I think that that Ruidian benefited from not having the levity of Matt because it ended up being just completely solemn the whole way through.
Yeah, that's true. Matt would have ruined it like he does. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, Matt would have totally ruined it. That's what happens. Okay.
He does. He tends to ruin things and then also not
Yeah.
ruin things perfectly, so then it ends up working out well for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, ruin in a good way.
Yeah.
The way we all love.
Yeah.
We're talking about Matt Hatch?
Wow. Yeah, sometimes.
One tea, not two.
Sometimes. So what is the reaction from the fans?
All right, so we asked, how would you rate parent holding, the axe and hammer? What is this? 95% 8 or above, and of those, 63%, 10 out of 10, no notes.
Wow, okay. Way to go. Sarah and the axe and the hammer, everyone. Nice. Okay, let's ask them. Let's ask them about Matt's plot being transplanted. Give me a rating here, 8 or above on Matt's plot being transplanted to Tanchico. That's kind of warm. I don't know. That's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if the online crowd here matches. Brian,
Yes.
throwing it back to you. Next up.
Next question?
Yeah.
Okay. What do we think about Moghedien compelling the girls?
Ooh. Okay, I'm seeing like that was like a deep ooh.
That was good. Yeah, that was good.
That was it. So tell us, Sarah, was that like something that you talked about being on worked on season 3? Were there aspects of that where you were like, we have to make sure, like similar to the axe and the hammer, we have to make sure that this aspect of this shows up, or is that just kind of like, no, they've understood the material this much and they really wanted to do this one in that way?
Well, we talked to Zoe and Kira a lot about how they were like, but how should we be? And I was like, childlike and full of wonder, and seeming like if anybody suggested anything to you that you'd be like, yep, that's the way to go. And so, but really was more about this wide-eyed wonder of this is the best thing that I've ever heard, and these words are like, sweet, sweet nothings in my ears. And so watching them really grab a hold of that was really, really fun. And so, yeah, that was all that we needed to say, and they did it.
Brian, what was your reaction to that moment?
I mean, I thought it was super creepy. It was like super creepy and like multiple levels, right? So it wasn't just like she's compelling them to do something, but like the way, like Nynaeve smiling so much was weird. Like she's way too happy to be Nynaeve.
Yeah, let me go out in the audience. Let me do some more crowd surfing here. The kneeling thing, that probably won't happen again. It will. It will.
On your knees.
It will. Okay, that was creepy. Yes, please introduce yourself to the audience.
All right, I am Ben the Snack Smith.
Apparently people don't like snacks. It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, and I'm just kind of curious, who was behind the whole thing with Moghedien's petty stuff like spitting in the tea and chewing up the food, spitting it back into the food and all that?
Okay, but before Sarah answers, I think we could poll who thinks that was La Costa, and not in the script.
Oh, yeah. Raise your hand if you think that was Leia Costa who did that, riffed on that. Okay. Ad lib. Okay. Do you know the answer to this, Sarah?
I do, because I was there when it happened, and we all fell out of our chairs. She was going through drawers and doing all kinds of things that none of us expected. And then when she lifted that lid, and we were like, you must do that again. So that was completely an ad lib, and we were just like, do weird things, be weird, have fun. And we want, ultimately we really want to make the audience feel uncomfortable with what you're doing. And then also just, the pettiness was at a level 10 and it worked, I think, really well. But yeah, ad lib.
The ad lib is that was good. I'm curious now, like from an ad lib perspective of like we've seen Moghedien, I guess just in one series, but then like right at the end. Is there a favorite ad lib moment or something that seemed like something that she was doing that for you that was just like you're like, this is crazy?
Okay, I think the craziest thing.
Introduce yourself.
No, that's fine. Hi, everybody. My name is Tom from Talk Around Real Podcast. So I think the thing that I think was the craziest out of that whole thing. I know a lot of people didn't like the chewing and spitting back into the food, but I love when she put the undergarment like over her face and was like mouthing with them. Like
that's how the day started.
That's like I'm like, yeah, she's all in.
Yeah,
This is all right.
That is how
Tom
we
was
begun
too
the day.
dedicated to. I loved that. I loved it. No, that was who loved the underwear on the face. Sarah's mom was like, no, that's gross. Okay, let's poll a favorite ad lib, kind of favorite like moment, Mogi moment. What's the end of our Innkeeper? What was the poll answer? This last one.
So how would you rate Matt's transplanted arc in Tanchico?
They can't hear me.
88%, 8 or above, and about 37%, 10 out of 10 no notes. 6 to 7, 10% say 6 to 7. So yeah, a good majority here too. 87%. That's.
It won't hurt my feelings if anyone has negative feelings. I have negative feelings. And I let everybody know all the time. Everybody feels it when I'm unhappy.
I'm pretty sure we'll come to some choices. I don't know if we'll talk about those, choices, but these are the ones that people here at the Dusty Wheel generally know how to behave in a poll, and it's usually 80% or above that are 8 out of 10 or above.
Did we lose your?
So are you just checking? Why don't you talk?
I don't know. It might be better now.
No, you were just you were bumping against it.
Okay.
No, it was worse than that.
Is this any better, anyone? They're saying the static is not great.
I think it's your receiver. It might not be Mike's. I think it might be all of you.
Yeah, maybe you have to turn.
I'll turn that one off. Want me to turn this off? I just want to reset this one or no?
No, just.
Is this any better, everyone?
I don't think it's your mic. I think it's your connection.
It's painful.
It's everybody. It's not just that.
Gotcha. Unfortunate sound situation.
Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Okay, so just to check, let's see. The mic is dead on the table. Can you hear me? Oh, static is constant. Oh, okay, that's weird.
So I say it's feedback in whatever you're feeding yourself.
I don't even see it. Like on my readings, like when no one's talking, there's nothing.
Sound going into it's going into your computer. I don't know.
Oh, they take long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just have to.
We'll see.
Just make people come up here.
Whatever we did, apparently.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me through this?
Now, like when you cheer.
Yeah, they cheer really loud. Now wait 20 seconds quietly.
No, everyone's like it's better. Static is gone. The static was because of the feedback, I think.
Yeah, oh, the feedback in it. Yeah. Better now. Do a poll. They said they can't hear what Sarah's saying. How about now?
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
They're saying just don't go to the audience. They don't want me to talk to you anymore.
No, but they can come up here. Keep the questions.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to have you guys get on your knees and crawl up here.
No, but chat, can you hear me now? Can chat hear me now?
Table mic, no. Sarah and Brian gone now. Yeah. Matt sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Can we check, Brian? Can you see something?
Yes. If you would like to bring money up here and say something,
Innkeeper.
you can. No.
Innkeeper.
Yes.
We're just checking Brian and Sarah again.
Oh, okay.
My mic.
Sarah.
Check. Can you hear me now? They can? Okay.
Yeah, so it's better.
Okay. They can hear us. I'm not moving.
It's like we can't hear Brian. Brian hasn't said anything for like 10 minutes. So Brian, why don't you ask Brian? Why don't you ask another question? But Brian's like, why are you putting me in the spot again?
That's so mean. Don't tease the audience, Brian.
They're all like, Brian's quiet. Brian is not talking.
Not talking. How can you hear me?
Okay, Brian, talk more.
What's that?
So, Moghedien.
Moghedien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite kind of just like aspect or ad lib that you think Moghedien had?
I liked it when she touched Elaine's hair. That
Oh,
felt
he like pulled it.
Yeah, like pulled it.
Yeah.
That was like, it felt like an ad lib moment, and it was like super creepy. So
You learn so much about people when they answer questions. Tom likes the underwear on the face. Brian likes pulling the head. It's fine. Okay, can they hear? Let's see. Can't hear Brian at all. They missed you. They didn't hear you.
They're like, no, they're saying we can actually hear Brian when he talks.
if I talk.
Shocking.
Oh my gosh, this is the best. I love this. Can you poll the audience now? Let's. I like the.
Hold the audience.
This is so great.
So what are
Can you put like favorite Moghedien moment and apparently underwear on the face?
Yeah.
Yanking Elaine's hair. Would anyone like to offer some other ones? Spitting feels right. Like playing with people's food in a rude way. Cutting 90s. Yeah, you like that as the fourth one?
Okay, no, we need to have like at least 6, and then people cheer to choose the 4th.
But how? Oh, I see. Oh,
You-
okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Look, the whole thing I can't go on the audience thing is messing with
You
my
can
brain.
go to the audience.
But
now you can.
you think I can?
I
now?
think you can.
Okay. Should we try it? Them saying no makes me want to try it.
Yeah,
It's weird.
When do you ever listen to the audience?
Sometimes.
Yeah, just stay in the center.
Yeah.
Stay in the center. If you stay on your knees, I think.
Okay, we're gonna try this again. Try this again.
No.
No.
So that's just a weird way to go.
Okay, I'm back here. How we doing?
So, what's our 4 things?
Okay, so we got underwear face wearing or underwear face wearing. Then we got Brian's hair yanking. We got what was the other one? Spitting.
Space cut.
Hey guys. Hey. And then we got face cutting. Is there anybody else want to add any other Moghedien moments?
We're like wearing the underwear, eating the underwear, or what's the last one?
Were there any others around like weird Moghedien stuff? Oh yeah. Okay, we'll do the thing. Fingers in the mouth or cutting the face.
Expecting that either. So
Yeah.
it's a little surprising.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that, right? Yeah, that was weird. Okay, fingers in the mouth worse than, or like, do you like? That's a weird thing to say. Do you like Moghedien putting her fingers in people's mouths more than cutting people's faces?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually scripted, so
Okay.
yeah.
So so fingers in mouth. Anybody else want to throw anyone out there? Okay, put those 4 in. That feels good
What
enough.
was the last one? Cutting face?
Fingers in mouth.
What was the one before that?
Spitting and chewing.
What was the one before that?
Yanking hair.
What?
Yanking hair.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, do you see how difficult polling is? It is a skill and it takes time and it's annoying, but it is fun. It is fun.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
Matt, did I hallucinate seeing Taylor earlier today, or
No.
I hooked somebody?
No. Does everyone know who Taylor is? Yeah. Taylor's here. If you didn't recognize him, it's because the dude has a beard. Like, he has a beard.
Yeah.
And so.
No, it's like I thought it was Taylor, so I gave him a hug. But then he's not here, and so now I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. So if you find Taylor, it's like put a beard on me, still wear a black T-shirt, and like actually imagine my hair is like brown and more full, and it's Taylor. Yeah, he's here. You should say hi to him.
Yeah.
You know, he's working, but no, that's a good question. Yes, that was Taylor.
Thanks.
Yeah. How we doing on the poll here? Okay, while the audience polls, let's poll you guys. Here we go. Give me fingers and mouth. Underwear on face. Oh, fingers on mouth won that one. Okay. Okay, give me yanking Elaine's hair. Oh, wow. That's about to lose hard to spitting and chewing food. Whoop. I didn't really give that one a good. I'll try better. Chewing up food and what is it? Yeah, chewing up food and spitting it back in. What is that? Yeah. Regurgitation. Fingers and mouth. Okay. Moghedien putting her fingers in Jakeem's mouth is your favorite Moghedien moments. Wow. Okay. That was disturbing. What does our audience in online say?
They're still voting, and it seems like it's very equally divided.
Between what?
Creepy.
Between all of them? They're just fully creeped out by Moghedien.
Although I think feeding fingers is
Feeding fingers is winning. Yeah.
is winning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, party.
Feeding fingers. Feeding fingers. That's weird. Hey, Sarah, can you explain if you were allowed to explain this, like the fingertips? Like, who came up with like them being black? Do you have any idea?
I don't know.
That was just a thing.
That's just a choice. Yeah. I can't remember why we chose that other than it was just another creepy layer. And so I don't think there's any. I think we maybe thought about that how she'd be channeling would be lots of spider webby, and so it would be kind of through the fingertips or lots of fingertip movement. So it might have been that, but that's just I can't remember, but not that I recall making any specific, anyone making any specific decisions on that. I think it was just an artistic choice.
Who likes black fingertips? Good choice out there. Good choice. Apparently, you guys ruined it again. You're like cheering and it's buzzing, so I have to come back and sit down.
Okay, I need to point out something.
Yes.
We're like 45 minutes into the stream.
Yeah.
Land fear.
Don't put.
Well, we talked about
Did I hear?
We did talk about karate.
No brownies for anyone.
None of us know Matt didn't.
What about land fear? Oh, wow, that was weird.
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah. Land fear survived, who was happy to see land fear survive? That's rude.
Should we pull up the freeze frame shot again?
No, we don't need to.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's an interesting, and I do want to maybe ask the audience this: would you rather? It's okay. Don't imagine people are watching this. Would you rather that Moraine and Lanfear disappeared and were gone this season, or would you rather it happened at another time? So disappeared. We would rather they have been like this was the end for both of them, or end, right? And or later. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, cheer if you wanted it to have been now. Later. Okay. Okay.
More Lanfear.
More Lanfear. Yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, because this could have been a time to have done the very thing that we thought was going to be done.
Maybe what you could accidentally have later.
I love Sarah's answers like that. Yeah, everyone's buzzing.
for those like post-credit sequences that they'll release right before season 4 airs in the beginning of right?
Things for a lot of different reasons that day, those days. We were in South Africa at sand dunes. It was really cool. The sand was really, really hot. But yeah, no, we shot a lot of different things that day, which was really fun. I'm not gonna say what we did.
I totally missed that. Sorry, just tell us.
I said that we shot a lot of different things for different reasons that day. Some of which maybe you've seen, some that maybe you'll never see. Who knows?
I'm on this
No.
thing.
You're on to something?
Yeah, I was on. Yeah, some deleted scenes somewhere.
Okay, so this is
At least the race cut.
I'm going to tell you a behind the scenes in thing. When that happens on the stream where you don't listen to the guest, you can easily do other stuff and be like, yeah, and you like show something on the screen. But when you're live, you're like, what did you say?
Yes. Yes. If you go back to 400 streams, every time I say the words, like, oh, that's really interesting. It's probably because I didn't hear any of what the things were said, and I needed to say something to transition. Yeah. Still buzzy. I don't know what's up. Sorry, everybody online. You know.
Well, that's why I said don't move.
I know we tried. We tried to go on the audience one more time. So, you know.
Don't have audience.
Yeah. We'll keep going.
Yeah.
Like, they're used to suffering. Being in Dusty Wheel chat is suffering, right? So, yes. The buzz has never gone away. It's just more noticeable with louder noise. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, you guys, I would share these brownies with you in chat, but you're not here.
Why are you
So,
looking at that? Are there multiple cameras or?
no, I'm just going to chat.
Why are you showing that?
Oh, yeah.
Over there.
Hey, right here. Oh, that's good. That's very good. And I'm out. That's good. Ryan, how do you feel about land fear? Eh? Okay, I understand. What's your what favorite Forsaken? I don't know that I've asked you that in a while. Yeah.
I mean, not Lancaster.
Yes, we know that. Who's your favorite Forsaken? Yeah.
Sure. So far.
Sure. Show.
Sure. I mean, I think Showman was cool, but I think Samael killed it.
Samael, anyone?
Very short.
Come on.
It's also fantastic and fun and just really fun to be around. Yeah. And he really embraced being Samuel, so it was really fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, there was more that we were gonna do with him. Yeah, it wasn't just gonna be like there was more. Sorry, there was just more planned, and it was we just couldn't do it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, sad.
10 episodes, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those things.
Ryan's desk mic not working, just so you guys know that. I just want to share that with you. Yeah. We're working on it, everybody. We're working on it. No, that's someday, right? You'll be able to hopefully we'll have all these stories like 10 years from now or something. But yeah, it's so interesting. I think that's one of the things that's hit me over these last 3 years, watching this whole thing happen that I've never cared about with any other adaptation or any other work. Is just like, how does an idea make it not on? Like it's like here, and it's going, but then it just never gets on there. It's so interesting just how many ways it can fall through the cracks of trying to get on screen and like hearing you say things or other. It's not like you or like Rafe has mentioned, like it comes out like deleted scenes, or whatever, but things that just, I think even the VFX guys were talking to us about, like, it's like things that they did or things they started working on but didn't finish to save money. And you're like, what were the things you started working on? Like, tell us more, like, but it's almost, would you rather know what you could have gotten, or would you rather not know what you could have gotten? So you would like to have known what you did not get. You would prefer not knowing. Interesting. Okay.
Well, then I won't say anything.
Like half the audience is like,
It's like when Matt went to the second doorway.
oh, I would, Rain and Meridian and Chad said I would rather know everything. Yeah.
And also, are you talking about like things that end up on the cutting room
Yeah.
floor, or things that were scripted that we ultimately didn't do?
Well, those things in my head mean the same thing. Like, yeah.
Totally different. Yeah.
But it's a group.
On the cutting room floor, we shot those. We got
Right,
those.
right.
And so the things that didn't make it were cut for a variety of reasons, but 90% of the time it's budget, which is not very fun or exciting. And that's also why we can't do a lot of the things that we would like to do from the books, or things that we know everybody wants to see. It's because we are putting our money into other things that we know fans want to see. So it's a balancing act. But it's all really boring when we get down to it. It's all dollars and cents. So
I mean, who's bored?
well,
I know.
it's like it's not a very exciting answer.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, we can't afford to do that. So as an example.
The audience said, "What's an example?"
Say like when the amount of VFX shots that you get, VFX shots are very expensive. So for the big stuff, they're about $100,000 each. And so when you're looking to do an extension, which is something that like Cold Rock's Hold, for example, just to shoot upwards, it costs about $100,000. So we'll get you get to make a dream list of what you want to do, and then it's like, okay, you get to choose 5, and then that's it, and then you've got to work around it otherwise. So that's it. That's the kind of fun stuff. Can chat still not hear me?
So they can hear you.
They can hear you.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No, they can. Yeah, they can hear you. No. And chat wanted you to poll them on that. Like, would you rather not know, or do you prefer to know? Like things you missed, basically. Is there anything you felt like out in the audience where you feel like it would be nice to have seen that we didn't get this in the show this season? Was there something that kind of stands out to you?
I like hearing this stuff because maybe if we get another go around, I can get it in.
Yeah, is there anything?
I don't
Raise your hand if there's something you go like, oh, yeah, right there. Yeah. About his parents? Yeah, the answer was Rand getting to talk to someone about his parents. Okay.
Right. Well, and that it does start in the IO waste, but it really continues. They go back into the wetlands, and so where they're heading next, technically. And so I would imagine that if we get to continue that, you'll absolutely see that. But I agree, and that's a big thing when it comes to Wayne, is that she throws herself fully into everything that she does, and so it's especially for her. I don't know if we're talking about book spoilers, so I'm not, but I'll talk around it. But especially for the things that she ends up doing later, she needs to be all of these different experiences she needs to have, and especially the ones from the Aiel, because that helps her do things better. So but yeah, so I agree, and that's something that is in there, or in my head at least. So
Apparently, I
Matt, do a
sound like
monologue.
I sound like a robot.
Do a monologue.
Do a monologue?
Yeah, do a monologue.
Welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. Why do I love Lanfear?
Let you count away.
Why do I love Lanfear? Yeah, that's a good question. So, yeah, I mean, I've answered this one before, but I'll give the I'll give the rote answer, which is that Lanfear doesn't feel beholden to the Dark One's like desires or wishes, and she wants something more. And yes, she wants something more, which is to be over the Dark One. And there's a character named Raceland. Does anyone read? Yeah, so not to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't read those books, but Raistlin was a mage. That's good enough but I don't want to tell you too much about him, but he's a character that I first read, and Raistlin to me is kind of like, or Lanfear's the Raistlin of this story for me. And yeah, I just like following her like this, even though she's like obviously becomes dark and progressively worse and wants to take over things. I really, I don't know. I think it's an interesting way to try to take out the Dark One. I just like anyone trying to do it is impressive to me. Everyone following the Dark One, unimpressive to me. So if like a Forsaken's just like, I'll do what the Dark One wants, to me, I just don't. I'm like, that's not interesting. But someone that's like, I'll use the Dark One to hopefully defeat the Dark One, that's interesting. That's compelling. And so I think of all the Forsaken, she's the most compelling.
So how about like someone who's like actually good and just defeats the Dark One, like Rand?
But yeah, so sure. I'm not saying I don't like Rand, but he seems to have more, and not obviously this is a story and it's written by an author, etc. So, but like a character like Rand feels like he has a ton of plot armor. Like it's not plausible that in most cases that the Rand is going to fail, but it is plausible for an antagonist to fail. And so to me, Lanfear has more on the line of not making it. So that's why, like during the show, for example, none of you were leaning in wondering if Rand was going to die. But there's a moment where you're like, is Lanfear going to take it here? Is she going to be gone? So to me, yes, protagonists are fun, but like the key protagonist in the story, like this, almost never is taken out. And so
Have
he's
you
fun
seen
to
Game
watch.
of Thrones?
Yes, until you get to a GRM, right? Yeah, there are stories that do it. It's just not as common. And so to me, like a Lanfear has more on the line because she's expendable in the author's mind, more so than a Rand. And so yes, Rand's interesting, but to me not as compelling. There's not as much of a risk that I don't feel as a reader as I would feel watching a Lanfear or seeing a Lanfear. So that's why.
One of my favorite things is thinking about why a person would swear their dark oaths. And so like, thinking about Lanfear and her reasons, and we know she didn't really have a choice, at least from a book perspective. And so how would somebody that doesn't have a choice in this moment of choosing, she wanted power, and so this was like, she's like, well, it's not a bad choice. Whenever she's faced with, you can die in this moment with your lab buddy over here, or you can swear these oaths and you can become mine. And so she didn't have a choice necessarily, but I think that she was like, ooh, more power. And I hate to say what drives her is her love for Luce Theron, because she's so much more than that. But there's also a little bit of crazy ex-girlfriend to her, that she would follow somebody through, a couple of millennia and track them down and find them. And that's all great, but it's all for power. And I think I mentioned that earlier, is that she loves Luce Theron, I think, more than her oath to the Dark One, and that I think she loves power even more than that. And so she sees Rand as that tool, which is great. But then I also like to think about Semirog and Grandal and Agenor. Well, yeah, Agenor is easy, but like, why would you choose that? And Grandal's, I think, my favorite whenever it comes to people and swearing their dark oaths, because she was, furious and wanted to flip things around. And I love that. So yeah.
Favorite, yeah, sorry, hands up over here. We'll tell you the question as you're listening.
Just repeat.
Yes. So the comment was not seeing something we missed was the wolf dream. Who here felt like they missed out on the wolf dream this season? Yeah, my anticipation. This is what we've talked about this recently, which is it seems like. Okay, I'm going to simplify this, and so for Perrin fans, don't be too upset about this idea. But I feel like they're stretching out Perrin's, like the things Perrin's going to do, the important kind of plot arcs, because at a certain point in the book, there's kind of a delay in Perrin, and so they're like, okay, if we give him everything right now, then we won't have as much. And so it feels to me like if they're rushing forward with the White Cloaks, that this is an opportunity to move on with the wolf dreams. And so that like Perrin has more to do, and it's the wolf dream like in a season 4 or something like that. So that's my anticipation is they gave us a little bit, and I was bummed that we didn't see it. So then it was like, why? Well, the obvious reason seems like they're holding it, and they're going to use it later when he's not fighting off the Trollocs that are coming, etc. So that's what I would anticipate. But I agree. Like everyone seems to miss.
I mean, the way I've seen choices like that in the show, there's so many things where like, oh, we didn't get Elaine in season 1, and now we love Elaine because she came at the right time and she had the time to become a character that we like.
Calm down, Kevin.
The same with like Elias. We didn't have Elias in the first season, but we had him at the right time, and we had that. So there's like the doorway when it happened. There's so many things that have happened that I'm like, okay, they didn't do it because they're going to use it in a place where it gets its time. Because there's 8 episodes, and if parents fighting the 2 rivers, yes, I would love the wolves to be involved, but they can be involved later, and have the same impact.
Yeah.
Brian, is there like you are very familiar with the books, and were you going in like were you settling into like, okay, I'm going to see this and we didn't get it? Is there something that you connect with? Why are you laughing?
Yes.
Yes.
There's only fireworks, but no person making the fireworks.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Seriously.
All right, so
Okay, so Sarah,
Yes.
I would like to hear more about a certain illuminator.
Yeah. Well, I can't, but yes, also, yeah. So there's that. I can only do some funny dance around talking, but yeah, hopefully we'll get that going at some point.
How about this? Sarah, do you like Aludra, the character Aludra?
Yeah, I love Aludra.
Okay.
And I think
Correct.
plot. However, I will say that unfortunately, in some ways, that Eludra's character is one of those that can be combined into a multitude of others, and she doesn't have to come along. I mean, there could be like just a beat, a moment, something that Matt overhears that sparks an idea in his head. And I'm not saying that this is what will happen, but this is how we think about things, because we have 2,200 named characters and so many that have so many things to do. And so we have to kind of consider what that person gives our lead character, and if it's something that we can get away with doing without bringing a new character in by just planting it in a sales stall or something, then we'll more likely do that instead of creating a whole new character and casting someone and doing that whole thing. And I'm not saying that will happen, but these are just how we think about things, which is that's the tough part of the job. It's especially because Eludra is so awesome.
Okay, we're gonna do a Brian meter. Okay, this is zero hope. Okay, and you're gonna cheer for where this.
Wait, did you see?
Hold on.
Did you see the comment?
Yes, I saw. Okay, this is hope. By the way, I can't go all the way because it's the shoulder, right? So this is like the end of hope. This is like end as in like good. This is a lot of hope. This is little hope. And I want you as an audience, you're just gonna kind of rumble, be like, oh.
You can see bloody stop.
No, bloody stop.
Okay.
So before you do that,
Yeah.
I just made all of that up. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I know. We're just talking about Brian's hope. We're not talking about anything but Brian's hope. Brian is gonna answer.
About I'm talking.
Yeah. I know, but I'm just saying we're just rating Brian's hope. That's all.
Don't destroy his hope.
I am not. The audience is gonna do that, not me.
Betrayer of hope.
I am not going to. I am not. I'm asking the audience to. So I just want to know. I want to get the pulse of the audience. This is the rate everything. We're just rating. Brian will tell us if we're right.
Okay.
I want you guys to react to where you think Brian's feeling. Right. Okay. Where's the hope meter? This is about half. Okay, because I remember I can't go much further than this. So this is half hope, no hope, full hope. Okay.
This is like the Taylor rating system.
Okay, ready? And so you're just gonna kind of like you kind of like, it's like something's like cold. It's like, like that. Okay. So does that make sense? Okay. You're gonna get louder if there's a lot. If you're close, if I'm close to where you think Brian's at. Okay. Okay. Ready? We're gonna start here. Okay, Brian, they were at about Brian. They were at about like I would say like quarter hope. Or where do you feel? Sarah's saying she's just talking.
Yeah.
Like she's just making stuff up. But I want to know where you're feeling for you for like moving forward, where in comparison to the audience's belief are you at the Aludra hope?
Okay, you say your thing and then I'll say another thing.
By the way, oh sorry. By the way, the chat's like, we have no idea what just happened. So, but yes, chat basically chat. What happened was like right here, right here. If you remember, right here, right here. Kevin, it doesn't have to make sense. We can a little bit. I felt the most impact of the about right here. Do you agree?
I mean, I think there was some noise all the way over.
There was. Brian, how you feeling?
Look, I'll tell you what I heard was Aludra in season 4 confirmed.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
What I heard was Aludra fireworks kills Lanfear.
Nah, I didn't hear that. That'd be weird. That'd be weird. I just think that'd be. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
So, I keep a running list of sort of, and this is nothing against her name, but second and kind of third tier characters that we haven't seen or touched on. Right? No, so and I took that running list, and then we talk about them at the beginning of each writer's room, and if there's a way that we fit them in throughout the season, depending on where we're going and what we're doing, and so she's still on that list. That's all I'm saying, and it's great.
Okay, can we pull the audience in chat? No, I just want to pull the chat. Oh, so by the way, chat answered, would you rather know or not know regarding deleted stuff? 90% were in the no.
They want to know.
They want to know. No, they want to know. Yeah. You want to ask them like, I don't know, pull the...
Do you have hope for Aludra? Is that?
Yeah,
is that
yeah, I do have hope for Aludra.
Yeah.
You should have hope because everything's possible right now. Everybody's in the game.
Everybody is in the game.
Is this?
Oh, who wants to see Bear Lane?
That's how much I love Sarah feel.
Oh, I mean, look, I think that
On the Aludra scale.
I think that it's probably over here in the room. Bear Lane is a goddess to us all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's a fun one for us to kind of talk about, and so, I mean, she's just kind of really amazing and what she's been able to do. So I really see that and Aludra as a possibility.
I'm just imagining Sarah like let's go down the road. Let's go down the road. They like green light episode like season 4, and Sarah's in the room with the writers. She's like, "Can we just get Aludra in?" I'm just kidding, Brian. Brian, is there another character outside of Aludra that you are looking forward to seeing in another season? Like,
No. What kind of question is that?
Innkeeper for you, like season 4. If there's gonna obviously continue to kind of introduce new characters.
Scene or
No, like a
Yeah,
new, like
I
somebody
do,
you
yeah,
haven't seen that you anticipate coming into the story. What's your?
Yeah, I think so. Matt's season, Talmanas.
Salmones? Oh,
That's a good one.
I just more Bail Domon?
Yep.
Yeah. Egianin. Do we need the Sean Chen to come back? Yeah. What if they just never came back?
They kind of have to come back.
I mean, there's stuff.
Yeah.
Asmodean?
Asmodean!
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Gareth Bryn. Well, is it Brian? I would say Bryn.
He exists. He's in. He's
Fine.
named.
Tame or
He's named.
Taim? Yeah, I know. I used to say Tame a lot. I think it was cool. Do we need the great captains? Did you see that? Like, no one really.
I think through Matt we can have them in a way. You know, like I think that there's a way if it's not a path that we take like, you know, individually, I think that there's a way to still have that experience, but perhaps through Matt, if you know, when you go down that road.
Are you all just leaning in on that question? Like, what does that mean?
What I do, this is what I do in the room. So we talk about things and it's like, okay, well, do we do these 4 characters or is there a way that we can fit them in another way that's meaningful? And I'm like, well, here's a way. And so, you know, a lot of times I end up breaking things more than you would think in terms of, well, you know, trying to knowing what we have to do and knowing what we have to get done and knowing what answers they need out of me. And so I'm like, okay, how can we still make this work and still make the fans happy and still get these experiences in? So that's what I would do in that scenario, knowing that having 4 actors from 4 different countries in the Westlands, it would be, you know, again, like that's all dollars and cents. And so there are other interesting ways we can get that added in my opinion. So
Interesting. I'm reading between the lines on that one. Okay.
talked about it yet.
That doesn't stop us from speculating. Yeah. So Dana Lou wants to know book spoiler level now. So we haven't really established any book spoiler levels here.
This is very much like any stream. So, and
are we moving on from 5 since we're past season 3? Are we saying like end of book 6 now? What are we doing?
Yes.
End of book 6 is our spoiler level for the rest of the show. For those of you watching at home.
It's the
Lord of Chaos. Everyone remember what happens there? Yeah.
It's the line everyone's waiting for that it will make sure it's there.
So technically this happens with book 6. So I feel like this is a safe. Does it feel like I can touch the Taim topic part of 6, right? 5, 6? I think that's
the Taim topic?
The Taim topic that in Robert Jordan's notes before it changed.
You
what? Why can't I talk about that?
Because it changed.
I okay.
Okay, let's talk about it. Full book spoilers.
No, so maybe find out in chat if there's anyone that.
No, Carrie's in chat. She's reading A Memory of Light.
Okay.
So
I won't talk about it. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Okay. No. We'll just say book 6. It's fine. We won't talk about that one. That's fine.
I feel like Sarah was going to say something.
That thing that we're not talking about, but talking about, I've been advocating for keeping it the way that Robert Jordan had originally. That's what I've been advocating.
Okay, so without talking about it, so we don't spoil it for anybody, does everyone wink know what we're talking about?
But
okay, and if you wanted it like originally like Robert Jordan had it in his notes, raise your hand. If you'd rather how it turned out in the books, raise your hand. Okay, so that was about, I would say, like a 90 to 10%, 95, 5%, somewhere around there. So, yeah, so, you know, we're going to try not to spoil anything right there again in the books.
So who's the 8th Forsaken?
So, yeah, like avoid talking about the topic in chat. So there is an 8th Forsaken question, right?
I mean,
so we don't know, right? There's like one missing. There's one missing, and there's a I thought there was a missing 8th.
Not
take into account the statues.
No, not if what we're talking about.
I know, but like I'm saying, like,
and that's part of the discussion, right? Is like which paths we actually go down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you want me to show you my notes so that you can believe me?
No, I
Who
totally.
would like to see Sarah's notes?
No, no, but it's
There you
really
go.
cool, right? Like no, but this is the cool thing, right? Like even in the writers' room, they're doing what RJ did, right? Like the Eighth Forsaken at some point was Bilal, right? Like oh, probably not, but like you know what I mean? Like it could be anyone at this point.
Not Bilal. But and also, I mean, not to stir things up, but a lot of things got broken during the breaking of the world. So could be more statues. Could there be more statues?
Yeah, Rafe has never confirmed 8. You know,
So
he's
Rafe
never.
was really cagey.
Yeah, he was.
So when we had him on, we asked him. By the way, the static started, so apparently I should not be yelling into mics. So hopefully it improves. I don't know if you normally do something to make it improve, but
You can if you stop talking. No, so I can fix it.
Good recovery there.
So Brian, why don't you talk?
What were we talking about?
What am I doing? Am I picking up the comment? Okay, so what I just heard is that some things might be lost in the breaking.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming there might be like a hidden illuminator school.
That is correct. That a Forsaken
That's
is
what we
running.
might stumble upon.
Yeah.
you
Yep.
know.
Yep. Yep.
Aludra is a Forsaken.
Yep. Maybe she's Grandal. You never know. I don't know. I can't
Yeah.
remember who we actually have currently. And you
Okay, Grandel and Samarag are the two that are named but not seen, or we think not seen.
Okay.
Because Rafe, this is what Rafe said.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Okay, because I don't watch all of his.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we asked Rafe. We're like, so there's 8 Forsaken, and he's like, I was like, will you confirm that? And he's like, I will not confirm how many Forsaken or something of that effect.
Yeah, and we said,
Like, I'm not telling you
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
I can already hear it in my head. I
Yeah.
know. Yep.
So he kind of like opened it up, and we were like, why?
What do you mean? Yeah. But I think the question was, are there any Forsaken that are in season 3 but remained unmasked by the end of season 3? And Rafe said, you know there are. And I'm like, what? Okay, no, so no, but really, like,
The comment
so
was, it's
like,
intuitively
but like,
obvious.
I mean, we've talked about this, but not really, and everyone except Sarah can talk now.
That's easy for me. So let's
Which
I can't
ones?
talk. I'm not allowed.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we should. Yeah, like
I
this,
agree.
right? So who do you think is a hidden Forsaken in season 3 that remained unmasked?
Oh.
Asmodean? Who's Asmodean?
James is raising his hand.
James.
Oh, okay, James. Good.
Samarag as the ideal wise one.
The one Lanfear says, yeah. Let's pull. Aiel Wise One is Samarag.
How do you feel? Oh, that's not even an idea I hadn't thought of. That's an interesting. Okay.
Stared each other down.
That's an interesting thought that I had not considered. But now
it's a named. It's not a named. It's a line. The character has lines. The actor has lines.
Yeah.
That
Wise one.
Wise one. Samarag's pretty wise.
Pretty crazy.
She's very crazy. Who else? Okay. Any other thought? What I mean? Go ahead, Sulin.
One second.
Sulin, go ahead. Elviarin is.
Yeah, a cross between Simran and stuff.
So you think you think Alviarin is a okay. Interesting. Alviarin is a Masana kind of
Okay. Yeah, Elviarin. Here.
That Mogi was surprised by something in one particular scene. She looked up and she very surprised. Maybe she saw.
Oh, off screen.
So Moghedien at the end of season 3 looked up intent Chico and was surprised by someone.
Do you think that Moghedien was like surprised by another Forsaken? Okay, yes. Raise your hand for yes. Raise your hand for no.
5 people.
Okay. Raise your hand if you weren't listening. I see it. By the way, the left side, raising your hand a lot more than the right side over here. I'm going to try it again. Raise your hand if you believe Moghedien looked up at the end of the season and saw a Forsaken. Raise your hand if you don't believe that. Raise your hand if you still haven't raised your hand. We deserve that.
No, I mean, we make them like answer polls that are like so bad.
We do. We're like 90 minutes.
Like we made them
minutes in, and we've kind of reached. This is the moment where people kind of like, I can't do more polls.
You made them like pull this. Do you want to end that poll?
Yes.
And read the results.
There's a poll. It's like, do you love Lanfear? And it's 41% say no. No, sorry. It says, do you have hope for Aludra? And 41% say Brian level of enthusiasm. And 59% say Brian ate Matt's pizza. Yeah. Hey. Brian.
Rude.
Trying to give you guys insight into how we make these decisions, and you just completely ruined Brian's night.
Brian, did we ruin your night?
Yes.
See?
Can you pull? Did we? Everyone, raise your hand if we think you ruined Brian's night.
Did Matt ruin?
Raise your hand if you don't think you ruined Brian's night.
Brian.
Raise your hand if you're not going to raise your hand. They are so done being polled. I feel like we're coming to the end of the evening here, folks. Yeah, like,
To a pumpkin very
yes. Well, no. By the way, Sarah, thank you very much for being with us tonight. Everyone, Sarah Nakamura.
Thanks, guys. Always a fun time.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
that was a blast. Brian the Gleeman, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
How old do you think Brian is? Go.
Nope.
Nope. Innkeeper, thank you very much for setting about tech. The Innkeeper fixed the audio how many times? And yes, thank you for being here. By the way, that was adorable. The second time through, you guys did the intro. That was awesome. We'll have to go cut that out. That'd be amazing.
So as we say around here, Matt.
Yes.
So as we.
Oh, do you want me to just like risk the?
No.
Can we turn it on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's risk it.
But yeah, like, can you turn it back on where the audio can be heard? Okay, we're gonna risk an audio issue because it's the very end of the show. Have you turned it back on? So
yep.
Okay, like cheer.
Please clap.
Wait 20 seconds. I know. It's so weird, right? We have to wait for them to say, yes, we can hear the audio from the audience. And then we'll do, does everyone smash to black? Like, yeah.
All right. So as we say around here.
Yeah, I think.
Good night.
Yeah.
From the Dusty Wheel.
Yeah, like it's a, let's practice. Let's practice. As we say around here. Good night. That's pretty good. Yeah. Smash to black. Okay.
Good night from the Dusty Wheel?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're hearing a good night from the Dusty Wheel and smash to black, right? Okay. Ready?
Okay.
3.
It worked. Okay, so there we go.
3, 2.
Wait.
Wait, are we doing?
This is for real. This is for real. I'll say 1 as we say around here, like that, okay? 3, 2, 1. As we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel and smash to black. Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the 2 rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So,
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not wearing one.
I see Lukumi as something along the lines of a Shida Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay! like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like
This
all
is
of a
not
sudden,
just
it's
a
like, wow.
traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a
for
moment
those that are
ago,
kind of interested.
Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
Probably, I would say, put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like, this is
really well. And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Jess complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm
sad.
I see Villainy as something along the lines of a Shida Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all
This
of
is
a
not
sudden,
just
it's like,
a
wow.
traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a
for
moment
those that are
ago,
kind of interested.
Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
Probably, I would say,
let's
put
get
in